Hello people, I am Sky Demolisher and welcome back for another From the Collection Fridays, a series where I take things from my collection and show it to you, my viewers. And this week it is my Bilbo and Gollum from The Hobbit. Nice pause there because I suddenly had that, make sure you say which film is the right film. And it's not Lord of the Rings, it's the other one, The Hobbit. Yeah. The whole reason why there's two figures in this and not like just one is because these two actually came as a pack together. And that's why they're together. So size wise, these are less than 3 3/4. They are nicely detailed, but they are small. They are small. They are articulated though. I shouldn't zoom out, I should give you a nice spin. Now, they do not stand particularly well, so they might go through the process of falling over. They live in my hallway on a CD shelf out there, along with a couple other fantasy style things. So, now that you've had the spin, I will zoom back out, move the camera forward a bit. So Gollum, see, nicely sculpted face. Articulation wise, you know, just at the shoulders. There's probably not really much you need for Gollum because, you know, if you're not in the pool, then he's sort of just wandering around people and stuff. So very much fixed legs. Nice kind of things there. He does have a nice, like, you know, swivel there. I don't think there was any swivel in his hips. Rubber loincloth thing. This actually kind of looks really rude. This is like almost to a point where it looks like Gollum is humping the camera. There are no holes in the feet, so, you know, no chance putting on a base. But the paint job on this, if I put my hand there, maybe that will... Really nice paint job. Really nice. And the head is movable, you know, this head moves. It's got a very creepy face. Look at it. Creepy face. Wants you. Yeah, like... The colouring of his chest and like his actual skin and stuff, it's got like blemishes on it. Kind of makes him look like he's dead, you know. This is very nicely done. Whereas the Bilbo, you know, probably not going to show up that well. Painted feet, so they're not moulded here on the feet. Of course, no holes again. Very small hands. Does have a removable sting. Doesn't look particularly like Sting, but kind of looks like Sting, and I mean, let's face it, tiny figures. Quite a nice facial sculpt, you know. In some ways looks less like, was it Martin Freeman, and more like... The only name I can think of is Samwise Gamgee, and the actor's name is not Samwise Gamgee. But you know who I mean. Sean Astin. More articulation on this guy though. He does have a nicely moulded, like, I don't know, scarf, cravat thing. And the chest. You can see, like, it's all moulded. Presses in. Whoops. All moulded, presses in, proceeds to actually pull his top off. Wow. I mean, this is certainly getting into inappropriate territory. We've had one guy humping the camera and another guy ripping his top off. I mean, really, what is this? So, he actually has, like, hyperflexing elbow, so it shouldn't really bend back like that. Very few people have that ability. There is swivel in the hand, just swivel. But it's sort of good because you can kind of pose him in a way that looks like he's just about to draw the sword. Doesn't really hold sword very well. That's why it is in there. Now, when it comes to the legs at the knee, it kind of looks like it's a swivel, but it's not a swivel. It's a bend. There is actually a swivel there too, but it's got a bendy knee, which is actually quite nicely hidden from the front. I think you would agree. Very nicely moulded jacket and everything. But yeah, his face really isn't a Martin Freeman face. I think the hair goes up a little bit too high and stuff. But all around, quite nicely moulded as a figure. I could not afford the Lord of the Rings figures when I was younger. So I really can't compare these to those. Excuse me. I just want to lie on the ground. This is what I mean. Like, they're really, really bad for just falling over and stuff. Very hard to pose. I only had one of the Lord of the Rings figures, and unfortunately the child of one of my cousins decided to rip it apart. So that was a really nice figure, and I was quite upset that it got ripped apart. And that was a completely different kind of figure to these ones, so really no comparison. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I know I've waffled a lot. Thank you for listening though, and until next time, take care of yourselves. Bye.